Welcome to Swolehammer. So with Skaven finally getting a proper 3rd edition treatment, it took us a while to go through the massive Battletome they have to eke out which ones are the biggest winners from their tome. Unfortunately, since they didn't have a new unit, just a resculpt, we couldn't do the best new unit, so we replaced it with other categories, and also runner-ups for each category. Starting with the runner-up for biggest buff, we have the Skaven battle traits. That being stuff like lead from the back, scurry away, and other such things make the Skaven heroes way more survivable without giving them some kind of easy answer like a ward save. It's also very flavorful and thematic, making small Skaven heroes hard to kill and giving them more importance in the book. That being said, the overall biggest buff is hands down the battle traits that go to each and every clan. Each clan, depending on the number of specific heroes you have from that clan, get staged amounts of buffs. Either 1 hero or 3 heroes give different amounts of the same buff. And that is huge, making it very important because there aren't traditional sub-factions, but to be able to give these clan synergies and cross-clan synergies is one of the biggest and most interesting ways that Skaven have evolved. Going straight off of that, we have the most interesting clan because they don't have a new unit, so the best new thing in this book are those clan synergies I just talked about. While each Skaven clan-specific mechanic is interesting in one way or another, hands down our favorite is Pestilence. Flavor-wise, having a bunch of priests summoning great plague effects on your opponent is amazing, while the in-game effects are equally awesome. From 2d6 mortal wounds to rerolling chant rolls for the rest of the battle, Clan Pestilence has us entranced in its tolling bells. Runner-up is Clan Molder. Giving benefits to your Hell Pit abominations really ups the value of this unit and can make for absolutely back-breaking scenarios. On to the most interesting non-leader unit, and the runner-ups are the Storm Fiends. They were honestly one of the best units in the 2nd edition Battletome and got even better in 3rd edition. While I love the models, it was perhaps too smooth-brained for me to make the best the most interesting. So the most interesting non-leader unit is going to the Rat Ogres. Yes, the weird box of Rat Ogres, Packmasters, and Giant Rats Rat Ogres I'm talking about. While they don't light the world ablaze with crazy models like the Storm Fiends, it must be said, the synergies Clan Molder can give these guys on a now boosted stat line is absolutely nutty. Master Molders can give a 3+ to run or charge rolls, while a unit can be brought back on a 3+, and since the wording says identical, you can reinforce a unit and get back 480 points for a command point in return. Even without that, exploding 6s, flat 2 damage at range and in melee, there's just a lot to love with Clan Molder's prized creations. Now on to the most interesting leader unit. And for the runner-up, it was pretty difficult to choose from. There are so many units in this book, but in the end, the runner-up had to be the Claw Lord. Gaining command abilities per turn via the Clan Verminous traits, having a good stat block, and high survivability, the Claw Lord punches way above its 110 point price tag. Not to mention, it can have a brutal amount of attacks on low life. However, the real stars and most interesting leader units are the Vermin Lords. Any flavor you want, pick it. They have a lot going for them. Even with the points boost, where the Vermin Lord Deceiver now sits over 400 points, they all remain worth it. Brutal offensive capabilities, 5-up ward, cast 2 and bind 2, clan-specific buffs, and hyped up spells. The Vermin Lords are one of the reasons I started collecting Skaven in the previous edition, and now they just remain absolutely worth every penny and point that you spend on it for your army. And now we're on to the last part, the most fun edition. And I know it's become a trend in the biggest winners where the most fun edition is usually something having to do with sub-factions, and this is pretty much the same. However, it must be emphasized, the fluid structure for Skaven's list building allows for endless amounts of combinations and synergies that make their gameplay incredibly fun. Being able to mix Clan Eshin, Verminous, Pestilence in one list is just super cool. You can go all into one clan, like have a full gun line of Clan Skyer. It's very cool. And on top of all this, having a hero from a specific clan unlocks a battle line unit option, 1 per hero, making the requirements for your battle line a thankful afterthought. And that's it. If you'd like to see more winners from other Battletomes, please let us know. We're slowly getting around to them, but we kind of like to wait and be able to digest the Battletomes. So that's why the Skaven one came a little bit later, because it's very expansive. Either way, as always, this is Rafiq with Swolehammer. Stay swole.